Hey Nico, can you describe yourself a little bit?
Sure, Jared. I am a senior here at University of Florida. I'm an APK major in my last semester, so that means I'm doing an internship. I'm doing it at the cardiovascular physiology lab in the Florida gym. I plan to go to med school in the future. Um, Besides the physiology lab, I also do a lot of volunteering. I play soccer and I'm part of fraternity. I'm from Fort Myers, down in South Florida. That's about it.
All right, thank you very much. So basically, how I'm gonna organize this interview is I'm just gonna at first tell you my idea, get your general opinion on it, and I'm gonna ask you some more specific questions. So basically, what my idea is to take, obviously only in states where marijuana is legal, to take the THC oil and to infuse it into protein powder. And the reason that I think that this is a good idea is because it's twofold. First, you're going to get the muscle recovery from the protein that you normally would take after your workout. And then, furthermore, you would get the anti inflammatory effects from the THC oil. And I know that there's a whole, like, other things that you could take for anti inflammatory, like non steroidal anti inflammatory drugs, maybe like Advil. But Advil, if you take it too much, has been shown to clot your blood. This has not ever been shown with THC, which is why I think that infusing these two can lead to optimal performance post workout to enhance recovery. What do you think about this?
Um, I think it's a good idea. I think the health benefits of THC have been shown over and over again. Um, I think infusing it in an easy to consume manner, as in a protein shake, would make the users not even know they were doing it, so they would just optimize the results. I also think um, not only scientifically has it been proven, but also in the field. For example, I know um, pretty famous UFC fighter Nate Diaz. I know he post fights he always likes to consume some THC. So if he does it, I think it's been proven that it also has beneficial effects post exercise.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So, when I originally thought of this idea, it was for NFL players because there's a recent poll that came out that said that NFL players, more than 70% of them, would use THC if it was legal because they believe, and through their research, they found that it has healthful benefits. But as you said, you play soccer. Do you think that it could kind of transfer into multiple sports, or
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think the functionality has definitely been shown. Football players would probably definitely use it, but I also think other athletes, not only just football players, any type of endurance or um, other exercise, such as like resistance, they would also benefit from it. Anyone that just consumes protein would also benefit from this.
so? You said you were a college kid in a fraternity. Do you think that kids your age or our age would also appreciate this? Like, I know that a lot of my friends go to the gym pretty frequently. Do you think that it can make there's a big market for it in college kids also?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, being a fraternity, I've definitely see and experienced like how much resistance training and working out is popular like amongst our age, and I have a bunch of friends who I know would definitely want to use this as opposed to just regular protein.
So then there's one more target audience that I've thought of, and that's actually surprisingly the elderly. Now, the reason I think that this would make a there's a big market for this in the elderly is first of all, I think that the elderly need to start consuming more protein, As everyone knows, when you get older, you become more fragile. You start to deteriorate. Your muscles start to shrink. And I think that consuming more protein for them would actually kind of reverse this. And then B, a lot of elderly adults have lower back pain. They have arthritis, which is a inflammatory disorder. So if you could take THC legally and it could kind of counteract the inflammation of arthritis, then I think that they would have a better quality of life. Do you think that this would be a good idea for that target audience as well?
Yeah, definitely. I hadn't even thought about any specific audience besides athletes, but now that you mention it, an older audience, older clientele would actually be a even better idea because you could even market it more towards, like you said, um, older people lose muscle, they get their muscles shrink, plus they experience a lot of pain, so could market it to them both ways. I think it's a good idea.
Awesome, thank you for that response. So I had another idea, which is kind of similar, and then it's just basically broadening it. So basically, I already talked about putting the THC oil in protein shakes. What do you think about um, putting the THC oil in maybe like a fish oil supplement, like infusing the THC into like a fish oil or like a CLA, something that someone takes on a daily basis, and just basically to help. I'm not talking about high levels of THC. I don't want them to get really high. I just want enough for them to feel the anti-inflammatory effects of it. So what if it was infused in other supplements as well?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Anybody who maybe doesn't want to take that protein, give them alternative ways to still be able to consume the THC. I think the daily vitamin market is a very large one, so I think adding a new dimension to it and creating maybe some multivitamins that might include some THC in there, I think that's a good idea.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. But with that being said, do you think that, let's say someone takes a protein shake, do you think that they also take fish oils and CLA, and then we mass produce all these supplements with THC oil in it? Do you think that that's a little too much, or do you think that it's still okay?
I think it's. I think the market will be there. I think if you produce it, maybe do a test market and then see if um, the demand is there. But I think that the way more and more states are legalizing THC, the market is just growing. I think eventually it could be a thing.
Awesome. So overall, you think that there would be a big enough market for this supplement?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think supplements would. I think a lot of people would actually might prefer the supplement way to consume THC as opposed to some alternative ways that there currently are, such as smoking.
I agree because then it reduces the inhalation of it and can kind of just get around the whole smoking aspect of it. So, is there any other like advice or limitations that you could either have or see for me in the future if I pursue this?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, the big limitation would be the legality of it. Currently, THC and marijuana, obviously, nationally isn't legal, but some states have legalized it, so there could be some um, ifs, some like legislation problems that you could run into. Also, I think the effects of marijuana health wise haven't really been studied that much. So maybe some new studies come out either confirming um, the health benefits or maybe pointing in a different direction, saying that it's not as healthy. And if that's the case, then the company or the product could take a hit if it's shown that THC is somehow not beneficial.
All right, Nico. I definitely appreciate your time. Thank you for all your responses and taking the time out of your day to help me out.
Yeah, no problem, Jared.